Hi guys, so the last video I did, last two videos talked about him giving me a 7-year mission call to Israel, and then I prayed for confirmation on that, and he gave me a dream to where he called me to be a fisherman and showed me fighting the beast and all that. And so one night I was up, and I'm telling you guys this, but I don't say this stuff out of pride. I didn't want to even pick this stuff up until my friend asked me to. I'm sitting there and I'm praying to the Lord. I'm saying, Lord, what is this 7-year mission thing? And I was like, could you confirm the two dreams you gave me, the two callings? And I was like, can I possibly be one of the 144,000? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And so as I'm praying for confirmation on those two things, and I'm praying about whether I'm 144,000, I get a really strong vision a night or two later. And I'm going to summarize it for you guys the best I can. And it starts off, guys, it's at a huge wedding feast. I'm like at the wedding feast. We're sitting there, and we're like look all in like some stadiums. We're like all looking at like we're watching something like a concert or something. I'm not sure. And as we're sitting there, okay, I'm my ex-wife. I'm divorced for years now. She took off on me, and so I prayed about whether I should worry about getting remarried or not, because of course she doesn't want to be. And I was basically told there is no time. You don't have time for that. Matter of fact, I'll talk about it in another dream that I've had in a couple of days, to where the Lord showed me like my dream girl basically, and she is and as I walk away from her, I look and my friend waves at her, says look. As I look back at her, she doesn't even have a body. It's like kind of like she's not even on the earth. So I know that gets kind of deep, but I was almost being told that there is no time, but I was also given encouragement that there is time for eternal companionship. But that's another story. Okay, but as I'm sitting here, I was just kind of telling you guys about my ex. Well, I'm sitting here and I'm at the wedding feast and I'm next to my ex. But all of a sudden, boom, she disappears. She's no longer there. She's gone. I have no idea. It's kind of maybe a reflection of us being together at one time, and then all of a sudden that's taken away. And then as I'm sitting there, but all of a sudden it's okay, because next thing you know, I'm surrounded by beautiful girls sitting by me on my chair on stadium. Like, who wouldn't like that? I mean, I'm surrounded by beautiful women, and I'm single, and they're sitting there, and there's guys and girls there too, but around me I see like 4 or 5 beautiful girls, and they're all just looking at me. I'm like, hey, and as we sit there, one below me innocently touches my knee with her hand on my knee, like like she's there for me, or like it'll be okay or something. And then the next thing you know, we all go to the dance floor. We're celebrating. This is the wedding supper. We're celebrating. We're dancing. I remember awkwardly I was clumsy, and I was like, okay, I'm actually a good dancer, or I used to be when I go dance. I was like, oh, why can't I dance here? I kind of dance, and then I clumsily move. It's kind of like I was drunken in whatever you want to call it, love, or whatever thing I was feeling when I was there. I was just really clumsy in my steps, and we're taking turns, and we're all dancing. We're all having a great time, that I'm dancing with just beautiful girls, and then one girl's dancing with me, and for some reason we go and we both jump into this pool, this body of water. Maybe it was symbolic of some heavenly waters. I'm not sure, but we both jumped in and we loved it. And I was thinking, why are we jumping in the water? But then I thought about it, that I'm sure it was symbolic. But yeah, she liked it. We had a good time doing that. And then I'm kind of reading down here my paper here, but okay. So then I'm at the door of the wedding feast. The scene changes. I'm at the door of the wedding feast, and I'm kind of like my back turned outwards outside of it, and I'm guarding the door. And this huge beast comes. Another beast. I have so many beast visions and dreams, guys. I'm standing at the door, and while you guys are in the back having a great time dancing and enjoying the wedding supper of the Lamb, I'm at the door. Well, I was there for a little bit, but then I go back to my job, kind of, it seems like, and I'm guarding the door. And so this beast comes, and he tries to get into the wedding supper. He tries to get in there, but he doesn't. I'm pushing him out. I'm keeping him out. I'm just getting rid of him. I'm like powerfully just pushing him way back. As I'm pushing him way back, a second smaller beast, a little beast, comes. He tries to sneak in around my side. I take him and I sling him back. The big beast comes. So I'm basically having spiritual warfare with two beasts, a big beast and a small beast. And I don't let either one of them come in. And then boom, the scene changes again, guys. I like my little booms, so please excuse my booms. So boom, the scene changes again. And I'm sitting there and I'm standing there, and we're at a huge gathering. I see thousands of people. And I can't explain the building we're in. It's, if I could do my best to describe it, it's thousands of people shoulder to shoulder. Up above us, like 100 feet away up in the sky, there's like, I'm not sure if it was an altar, if it was a throne, but I saw people on it. I didn't see them well. I couldn't make out who they were. But I saw a couple of people on a throne or an altar way up high. And we're all gathered together, and we're all rejoicing, and we're all looking up. And all of a sudden, guys, the scene changes, and well, actually, the scene doesn't change. This the people do. All of a sudden, this crowd of people who were shoulder to shoulder disappear. They're gone, and we're the same building. It's a building. It's more like a outdoors building with there's like it's like we're in a building, but it's like outdoor scenery. It's like we're on grass and hay, and I don't know. I can't describe it. It's like we're in this huge building. There's also like a outside barn, but it's like there's thousands. We're all gathered, and we're standing there, and they disappear. And then all of a sudden I look around, and I see 4, 5, 6, 7 people who remain from this huge group. And I'm not, I'm just giving you a small number, because I just remember seeing it being extremely shoulder to shoulder packed. Then they disappear, and then I see way over there a guy, way over here a person, way over there a person, and there's a few of us there. And guys, this next part, please don't judge me on this. I'm only telling you my dream and what the Lord showed me, and I debated even putting this out, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what my dreams are, and you can interpret them how you want. And I hear my name, Jason Stevens. So I kind of look up, and I go to stand forward, and as I stand forward, I hear something that I'm aware, I'm in the vision, guys, and I'm aware of what they're telling me, and I'm just like, huh? Me? I hear the person on the altar of the throne way up there saying, Jason, you are called to be a prophet of God. And I said, and for some reason I started saying, I can't hear you clearly, Lord. I said, can I come closer to the throne for further information, further instruction? And I repeat myself, I cannot hear you well. Can I come closer for further instruction on how you want me to do this? And then they kind of look at each other from what I could see, and then they agree and basically tell me to come forward. And as I come forward, I go to walk, but guys, I can't walk. I start to float. I start floating forward, and I kind of start floating forward, and I start floating up. And as I'm floating towards, and I'm kind of freaking out, because I'm like, okay, I'm not walking here, guys. I'm floating. What's going on? So I'm floating, and then I'm going to get this further instruction, and I'm totally thinking in this vision, oh, wow, I'm about to hear all kind of cool stuff and get all kind of, hear the mysteries and get told what to do. And I'm like, wow, this is so exciting. So I start floating towards the throne. But as I float towards the throne, I start to kind of, my body angles, because the throne is up high in the air. My body starts angling to where he's kind of starting to hide me under the throne. I start floating towards this throne, and my body starts to angle. I float under the throne. Then I'm thinking, okay, they're about to tell me something. And as I'm hidden under the throne, I wake up. And I'm like, oh, goodness. I'm like, I just woke up. I can't believe this. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm still extremely shocked. Why did I just get this vision? Why was I called? What does this mean? Why didn't I get further instruction? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Then I start to honestly feel from the Lord telling me in what I say in the spirit, that it's not important what I do right now. It's what the Lord has for me to do during and after the wedding feast. Kind of like if not to say this pridefully, but like if my mission doesn't start, my real mission doesn't start till the wedding feast or after the wedding feast for some reason. And I think it starts at the wedding feast, guys. for some reason doing something, keeping them out, and then after that going to Israel for 7 years, and then after that, believe me, I'm staying in Israel. You know, that's to be an awesome place to live. So yeah, hope you like this vision, and I'll keep coming with more. I still have a lot more. Like I said, a lot of times, guys, this comes in flash streams. I have no idea how to give you guys the flash streams because, for example, all night long I could have a whole page here of like, for example, last night I had this awesome dream, which I'm about to say in a few days, and I'm not a numbers person at all, but I still see numbers for some reason lately, so I have no idea why. 444, 333. After I have this dream, I hear 3 knocks. Knock, knock, knock. I'm like, okay. So I knew it wasn't somebody knocking on my door. I knew it was the Spirit, the Holy Ghost for some reason knocking, or an angel or something. So I go real fast and look out my door just to kind of make sure that nobody's there, and nobody's even nowhere around my place. So I heard 3 knocks really clear after the Lord had gave me the dream. So I have dates. I have rocket ships. I see stock market crashes. I see all kind of stuff, guys. And I'll get to this later on. I'm still thinking about how I relate to you guys the flash dreams, because flash dreams are pictures. They're phrases. They're numbers. They're not like a story. They're not like a vision you could tell of, of events that take place, because it's just what you're seeing. So I got to think of a way to relate this to you in a way that where you'll sit there and you'll want to listen to what I'm seeing and hearing. But okay, brothers and sisters, leave your comments at the bottom, and if you see anything that I didn't notice, and like I said, I'm not really good at interpretation. I get the important stuff the Lord interprets for me. I know what He's saying, but the smaller things I'm not great at interpretation on. So maybe you can help me with that. But yeah, subscribe and use your put your comments below. Thank you.